Hey, welcome to Full 42. We beat everybody in the comments this time because we were on time and nobody expects that. So that's fun. Today we're talking about our top 5 games from the BGG's Board Game Geeks website of top 100 games, right?
Right. As I posted, we're making a list from about a list.
Yeah, our top 5 of their top 100.
Correct.
Yep. And mine are in order. Yours are randomly assorted. Okay.
I'm lucky I remember how to write today.
Yeah, you were fresh off of coming back from running a convention.
Right.
So we'll talk
Yeah.
about that, Cusecon and all that stuff. I just like every year was jealous to see all the posts of my friends and everybody having fun and me not being able to go. So I am I got the FOMO.
Definitely missed you. That's for sure.
Yeah, gotta try to get there next year.
I sent you a picture. You were the first game I played at Cusecon.
Yeah, that's well. I'm not a game, but you mean asking for troubles?
Yeah. Hopefully everybody tonight has grains of salt because the things I say are going to be a little weird.
Good, a little weird. Awesome.
Yeah, Dave.
I will definitely not mess with you as much as possible.
Yeah, I don't remember what my phone is being used. I don't know if that was Wednesday night or Thursday night. I think it was Wednesday night because we played the Arkham RPG on Thursday. So technically, you kicked off your game kicked off Cusecon.
That's cool.
Anyway,
And you played with the white and orange side, I saw.
yeah. So Muzzy, one of the special guests, Muzzy. I played with Eric. I forget who else I played with.
Why are you always trying to make me cringe?
We played the original. It was the original version. It was the throwback version. That one. And you had the blue and the orange, and you had the white and the orange, and no one cared which side. And the white and orange just made the ships pop a little bit more. So we used that one. Yeah.
Don't like
it.
it.
Was also on an orange tablecloth. I mean, it was pretty. It was very orange.
Do not like.
So that game is in the library, the Cusecon library, and Muzzy grabbed it and wanted to play it, and then we started setting up, and I'm looking at it like I thought Muzzy had brought those foam trays with him and like set up all the bits from the game in those trays, and he's like, Mike, this was in your copy. I'm like, I don't remember that being in the copy. And I think who was I with? Who else was I playing with? It wasn't Eric. Who was it? Shit. Daryl. I was with Daryl. I was playing with Daryl. And Daryl's like, I'm pretty sure you bought that copy with me because of its insert. Like, he remembers me buying it up at Breakout in Toronto because of that insert. And I don't remember it at all.
You know, I made the insert for the original game, right?
It's a good insert. Those come out of the box. They have the tiered system.
That is a weird thing that I've been contacted by many, but I've been contacted by a few people who over the years have said, "Hey, I threw out your insert and created my own insert. Isn't that cool?" And it's just kind of a weird thing. I mean, it's cool that they're enthusiastic and they want to do stuff and they're playing the game and all that. It's a little weird to say, "Hey, I took the thing that you made and threw it in the trash." Some of them even say throw it in the trash. And then built my own. Like, it's weird that people don't understand that. They might have just thought that I had the factory do it, right? But I created that insert. I decided what went where. So
right, and that's known because you and I have talked about it. Otherwise, I'm curious how many people would think that it was just manufactured by the manufacturer.
Yeah, and that's probably the case, honestly. Yeah, but yeah. And I've had people ask me for the artwork and stuff like that so that they can make their own box. I was like, I made the box too. I like the box. It's just a weird thing. Our fandom is weird, and they're excited, and sometimes they express it in weird ways. You just have to be happy that they're excited, right?
While Matty P is there, also hope the trip home was quick and easy, Matt. Today we moved the library back to the storage unit from the hotel.
That's why you're so tired.
Oh, exhausted. Well, no, that's not it. I'll get into it. But Matt, while we were moving the library, I noticed that your cribbage board was in the library. It was on one of the racks. So I currently have your cribbage board.
Donnie.
Hey, Donnie. Yeah, quite literally. Other than Wayne and Nick's, I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you all being there this weekend. And if you're watching and you're not chatting and you were there this weekend, oh no, I'll give it back to you next time I see you. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody showing up. Before I forget to thank you all for being there, it was amazing. I mean, the cake. If you saw the pictures of the cake that Di made. And when the cupcakes came out, because not only does Di make that stunning cake, they come out with cupcakes and put out cupcakes for people, and they go in like 30 seconds. It's like there was a dead body and zombies haven't eaten in forever, and they attack it so quickly, and it's gone. And you saw like Dave and Di just wide-eyed, like where'd they go? They were so good. It's just amazing. The people there are amazing. A lot of cupcakes. It's okay, Nix. It's also not really around the corner. Brandon, Nikki.
I think we know who ate all the cupcakes.
Yeah, Matt ate them all. Oh, and Matt brought a bunch of other pastries from the pastry shop up. His pastry shop, his wife's pastry shop. That also people devoured. It's amazing. Tremendous weekend all around.
I didn't see the cake. I'm trying to look for it. I missed the cake. Was it posted?
Yeah,
I saw a bunch of posts, but
yeah, if you go on Facebook, I'm sure you'd see it. I don't know who posted it. I think Shannon might have posted one, or
I see Corey and Donnie playing Evan's pinball game. I love that game.
It was a great game.
I want that game to be made.
Yeah, I just posted on our Facebook about the cake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was amazing, as always. And for those that don't know, Di makes a cake and brings it to Cusecon, and on the cake there are board game pieces made out of chocolate and fondant and molded, and it's gorgeous. And then what they do is they have you write down on a sheet however many games you recognize from the cake and submit it, and then every right answer is a ticket, and then they draw and give away a bundle of games. And a lot of the pieces on there are games that they enjoy. Yeah. Look at that.
Wow.
It's tremendous, man.
Are these pieces edible?
Yeah, they're
like fondue kind of thing?
It's not fondue. That's a completely different type of food. It's fondant.
Not fondant. Fondant. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of different, like, that's all edible. Like she uses the pieces to make a mold and then molds those pieces out of it.
The wood is cake?
Yes. If the wood, what wood?
That's insane.
Where's the wood?
Awesome. What was the flavor?
Cake.
What do you mean, where's the wood? Like, this is the wood, right?
I can't see your arrow.
Oh, why can't you? It's on the channel.
Oh, it's cake. Yeah, that's a piece. That's a cake. Is there another? Can you look at the front? Can you zoom in on that last picture that has the front?
It's Facebook. I can't zoom in.
Go back to the other picture. All right, keep going. Maybe there's a look. Go back.
There.
Again, see the rings there? That's from Things and Rings.
Yeah.
It's tremendous. It's absolutely tremendous. But if you keep going, and I'm going to assume that there's more pieces. Yeah, there you go. There you go. 4 different flavors: chocolate, yellow. Yellow is a flavor. White and strawberry. White is a flavor.
Yellow cake is a flavor.
Is it?
Maybe that's what.
It's a flavor. I never thought about it. That was the argument I had with John Gilmore and Ian Moss. That birthday cake flavor is not a flavor.
Yeah, it is.
It's not a flavor. Birthday cake is birthday cake.
But there's a flavor that is birthday cake. There's birthday cake ice cream.
It's yellow cake with sprinkles. That's what makes it a birthday cake.
Yeah, that's birthday cake.
It's not a flavor.
Yeah, combine things to make a new flavor.
Different types of vanilla. Yeah. Right, so keep going. Keep looking at the pieces. I'm sure it's there.
Oh, clue pieces. Fun.
Uh-huh. Like even those little fish from Ahoy Kitten.
Oh, yeah.
All right, go. Yeah, look at the middle of that.
Oh, look at the dragons.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'll show that to the team.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And then if you look the lower right there,
Scrabble.
But look at what's on what's on that, ready to be spelled.
Cook.
Right.
Cusecon.
Try again. Cusecon. Yeah.
Cusecon.
That's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
That's cool. I like that the J and Q got to get in there. You don't get to use them that often.
Right.
Wow, that's a lot of work. How fast did it get destroyed?
It stayed up from when they got there Thursday until they cut it up on Saturday, after they do the drawing, and then they hand it out to everybody.
Man, traveling with that must be so nervous.
Sure, yeah. That's why it took them an extra day to get. They were supposed to come Wednesday, but they came Thursday, so they didn't fuck the cake up.
Oh wait, that's cool. That part.
That's Finca. That's one of Dave's favorite games.
Okay. That's the river one.
Yep, River. Yeah. It's amazing. And then so what they do is on Saturday when they go to do the drawing, they put up an answer sheet so you know what all of the pieces that are there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, look at the little cheese guys.
Yep. From Fromage.
Fromage, yeah.
Yeah. It's absolutely bonkers. It looks so pretty.
Is this from Amazonia with the parrot and the frog?
Yep.
Yeah, I just got that game.
That's one of Dai's favorites.
I haven't played it yet, but I want to play it.
Yeah, it's a bunch. I mean, there's some hidden.
Stop is back here. I just got that game too. Can't Stop is back here.
Yeah, Can't Stop. Yeah.
I just got that game too.
On last year's cake, she had, because the Rundown folks came, she had a nod to the 42, and the Rundown meeple were different pieces on the cake as well. Good job, Dave. Oof. Well done.
I don't think I would have touched it. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so that picture is a picture of the pieces from Flamecraft and the pieces, the edible pieces she made.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
Nice.
Shannon, thanks for your help this morning too, by the way. I get there. We moved the library this morning, and the plan. I had to drop off Luca at school, and I drop him off at 8:50. So the plan was to get to the hotel. I almost said hospital. To get to the hotel by 9:15, and Brett helps transport everything with a truck and a lift. So 9:15, we're going to get to the hotel. Last night, we wrapped all the racks up. We palletized all the boxes and everything. We had it all ready to go from the ballroom all the way across the hotel to the front when the truck gets there. So I get there with Mika at about 9:10, and my friends Steve, Dan, Brandon, Brett, and obviously Jeff from the truck. Steve, Brett, Dan, Brandon. I'm forgetting somebody. I know I am. Shannon. Oh, and Ryan Bruns. They were all already there moving everything. There were only 2 racks left in the ballroom to go up front. So they had everything already in the beginning, in the front of the hotel for me.
So what I'm hearing is I can't run a convention because I don't have friends like that here locally that would help me out.
I mean, I am very lucky to have the friends that I have and know the people that I know. So yeah, but I'd be there to help you. So don't worry about it.
I just hire movers.
No, you wouldn't do that. No way. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I mean, from the beginning, set up, having people there, The people that showed up early, it was the busiest Thursday and Friday yet. There were way more people, and I think a lot of people took they've come over the past couple of years and experienced it and wanted to come back and wanted to come back more. So a lot of like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday day passes. Now people are turning that into a full weekend and turning it into the VIP
Nice.
passes, and they're there the whole time. So it was crazy. See, there you go. Dave's going.
Oh, nice.
Huh?
We would definitely not have it there in the summer.
No, God, no.
You
Absolutely.
know, be a good month for Texas, especially Houston, would be February. I don't think
Okay.
anything's happening in February.
No, just my kid's birthday.
That's,
One of them.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You
sure, yeah.
He'll have
No,
more.
that'll be fine. That'll be perfectly fine.
I mean, March is kind of where things start on other things. Like early year conventions start on March, right?
Right.
Like I
Yeah,
know
I mean,
BGG spring is or family. Yeah, spring is what they call it now. That's
I
in March.
think Tantrum is in February. I think Gamma is in March, and then obviously Gathering in April. So
Is Tantrum in February? I thought you just went to that.
it was January. It was the end of January, but this
Oh, okay.
coming year, is February. This coming year.
Chris. No, we'd come up with something better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
so it was great. It was a great weekend. I had a tremendous amount of guests, an unbelievable amount of first timers. I also had 3 hours of sleep Wednesday into Thursday, 3 hours of sleep Thursday into Friday, 2 hours of sleep Friday into Saturday, and then back to a full 3 hours Saturday into Sunday. So
well, you
it
sound
was.
like you're well rested. Yeah, I was about to say.
I slept a little bit last night. Like when I got home, I had to unpack the car. I had to get up early to get the kid in to school. Um, but yeah, it's that I run it during the day, right? Like I'm at registration and I'm helping people with the stuff. I did something really cool with the Conquest cards. So I was running all that stuff, and then by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, that's when I get to like come out and sit down and play stuff. So most of it's spent running the convention, and then it's not till later on that I do all the other things, and that's when I'm playing games, teaching games, hanging out with people, having conversations. So the lack of sleep, I honestly, for those that know me, the lack of sleep at something like this is secondary to being around people and having fun and spending time with. And we talk about this when we talk about the gathering, spending time with people that you really only see for like a fleeting moment or 5 minutes in their booth or your booth, that you just want to hang out with. So it was pretty damn cool, as they all have been. This is by far, last year was amazing. This year was even better.
You know, I think this would be bad naming.
Yep.
You don't do that.
And the opposite would also be true. You can't call it a strain retreat either.
Oh yeah, you don't do that.
That's bad.
Strain Con, no.
Strain Con, yeah.
That sounds like a weird exercise group.
Yeah, Strain Con.
You got an apology for getting married? That's
Oh no, sorry we got married. Yeah, seriously, Sam, think better next time, huh? Fuck.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's more important.
Yeah. What's that? PocoCon.
Not PocoCon. Shannon's out of the Poconos in Pennsylvania. Wants to do PocoCon. I feel like that's also.
I just recently learned that Poconos was from Pennsylvania. I would have thought it was like California or something like that.
The Pocono Mountains.
I don't. Yeah. Mountains are the one thing, not the one thing, but my weakest knowledge of geography.
Gotcha. That's good to know. So the next quiz I give you is going to be about mountains.
Great. The only way you learn is to fail.
That's
well,
right.
not the only way, but one way.
One way to learn is by failing. That's true.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
so, it was a great weekend. I have stuff to share from it.
Yeah, let's see stuff.
I don't think
I see some games already back there that are mid Kickstarters and such. Although, is the Game Maker still going in GameFound? Is it GameFound or Kickstarter?
That's a good question.
One of
I
those.
think it was Game Found. I think it's still running. I don't think it ended yet. Yeah, I mean, I guess those two, there were a ton at Marsh Hollow was at Cusecon. That's running right now. Making Monsters. So John Gilmore and David Gordon, the co-designers, they come to Cusecon, and David put me in touch with the owner of Skyline, and he set me up a copy of the game
Awesome.
for the con. Yep. And then Derek Johnson, Derek,
Yep.
had a copy of the Game Makers, and he brought it, and he left it with me.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna send it back to him after Essen, so I have it to play around with the community and show off and stuff. Again, lucky to know people that have things. But I had talked about it prior to, so remember this from last year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right, Luca had a little beard. This is a gold medal. I think it's a gold medal, maybe a silver medal for Bullfinch, the Sunburst. And what Dave did was he had his brother Tim create a label, and we just labeled his Sunburst with a Cusecon label. But you could get the Sunburst at Bullfinch in addition to getting it at Cusecon. Well, this year, and I have the leftover stickers because they're useless once you don't have any more cans of it. We had the Sunburst different colorway. We had it in blue.
Wow, that's nice.
Right, and Luca, if you look at the I think I've shown this off before. This was last year's Luca. This was the first time that Luca showed up, and looks cute, right? A little bit young almost, and then he got a little bit older this year.
And older, yeah.
Yeah. So we did the blue colorway instead of the orange. But again, the Sunburst is available at Bullfinch. He did the logo for me. But this year something special happened. Dave, the master brewer, the owner of the Bullfinch, made a special brew that was only available at Cusecon. He didn't even have any at the brewery. And when we were canning and labeling, he was giving out samples to people that were there, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is really good. Like, I'll have a pint. Like, I'll have a pint of it. Like, this is great." And we were like, "You can't. Like, we don't have it." Literally canned everything, brought it over to the con. We had 10 cases of these, and they sold out. By mid-Saturday, the Sorcerer's Swirl was sold out.
Was there a D20 in it?
A couple of them, yeah. I had a contest.
That's funny.
So this one is a...
Seems like that could be a choking hazard.
No, it wasn't. I'll tell you why. So this is a creamsicle kettle sour. It literally creamsicle. Like, that was my challenge to him, was to make a creamsicle sour, and he nailed it. Like, vanilla ice cream, whipped cream with a citrus orangey base, was tremendous. But yeah, 5 cases of this, 5 cases of Sunburst sold out this by mid-afternoon Saturday. And yeah, last year I did one. Just while during the canning process, we dunked a D20 into isopropyl alcohol and then used a glove to put it in a can and then canned it. So it was inside of a can. And the D20 is big enough that it doesn't come out of the mouth. So you can't choke on it. And
So
if you found it, then you have to break the can, correct. Which the rules are, it can't come to me untampered. It has to be a full can. You can't try and rip it open because I don't want anyone slicing themselves, right, trying to open a can. But last year was one die, and you brought it to me, and you got a VIP badge to this year, and then a whole Bullfinch thing, gift card, shirt, 4-pack, stuff like that. This year there were 13 dice. Right. And I about an hour and a half ago, that's an OAR song, an hour ago. I got a message on Discord. There was someone who lives in Rochester, about an hour and 15 minutes away, sent me a message of a can with a die in it. He had taken some home with him because he wanted to take some back, and he found one in a can that they brought home. So yeah. So yeah, it was really neat. They were all different. Again, isopropyl alcohol, so they were all sterilized when they were put in the can. But that was really fun. But yeah, I love this label. It's just amazing.
All the D20s are made of lead, but they're sterilized before.
They were isopropyl. He had a glove on. We dunked it all 13 in a bucket of isopropyl, and then as we were canning, he was dunking them in before they got lidded.
I mean, there's alcohol in the beer too.
Also true. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So yeah, I mean, it was. I agree with Matt. I agree with Andrew. Um,
That's funny.
yeah, sure, right.
Uh,
So yeah, that was tremendous. There was a moment. I haven't posted any pictures yet, and I still have to write my like real thank yous and everything. But there was a moment I talked about it on the last show with Peter, like that moment where I was walking through the original Cusecon 19, and I heard all the cheers and the laughter and the clapping, and it really felt good. I was walking to the registration from the back of the ballroom, and sitting at one table was there were two shirts, and one person had this, and the one person had this, and they were sitting at the same table gaming, and it was really cool to see like all the jerseys that people were wearing and all the shirts that people were wearing, and the feedback from everybody. It was a really cool. It was a
that's cool.
moment. It was a really cool moment. Yeah. But my favorite thing that came out of this weekend, as it does every convention, was this bad boy right here.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Look at that.
How many signatures is that?
I have no idea. Isn't that cool?
Wow.
Yeah.
I see Dave and Di.
Yeah.
I saw a little drawing at the top right. What's that?
Yeah. There's a couple. There's like a face. I
That's
forget. I don't
fun.
know who is that. Oh, the company that does my badges is over
Ah,
there. But also, where's the other one? If you look right here, there's Andrew Styles
yeah.
with his little
With a
wine
little
glass.
wine. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Shannon's on the
Peter.
right cheek.
Shannon's on the right cheek. Are you?
Your right cheek or his right cheek?
I'm looking on both. Oh, right there.
Oh, nice.
Shannon's right there. Yeah, it's just I love this. This is one of my favorite things. It's so damn cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, Eric thinks he's funny. He signed Eric in the E and Cancel in the C.
Yep. Nice.
So yeah. Again, this is my favorite thing. I have them all from the original 2019, with everyone signing it. I love this thing. This thing's fantastic.
And so I can never get a satisfactory answer out of you. You totally answer me, but it's never the information I'm looking for, which is how does one person go, I'm going to make a convention and then it's made. Those steps, like, I mean, we could have a whole show about this, but what's say someone wants to do the same thing, what's one piece of advice you would give them? Like actual, like, make sure to do this is like one of the first things or whatever it is.
I appreciate the con being in a hotel. I think if you want to put something together, it's more inviting to be able to park your car and not have to leave a building. Like there, when you go to certain conventions, you got to figure out parking, and then you got to walk to the place, and then you got to walk back and go home. I really think when I first started looking into it, I was talking to Jason and Logan, friends of mine that had done like a little like a day convention at a hotel, and I went looking at a hotel, and they wanted just an astronomical amount of money for a first time thing. And then I just like reached out to a couple places to find out like what it would take, um, which led to the meeting at Tuesdays. Like Cusecon Tuesdays came out of that. Like found the hotel, and then I said, hey, like what if we met there on Tuesdays, and like leading up to the con, they started drumming up business, and it gave us a place to go. Um,
Hmm.
but I mean, that's me. I think that's more inviting for people to do rather than a convention center or an offsite location where then you got to work with hotels. Because that's one of the things is to have a hotel like for people to come to, right? They want to
Right.
stay, they want to game. but it's an organizational nightmare. I mean, the last year at the last hotel, the badge printer, I bought my own badge printer and it shit the bed the night before we day one, and I
Oh
didn't
man,
have my badges ready, right? Like, it's just things never go as planned. There's always going to be some sort of chaos. Even the hotel that I'm with now, they sold the other building. Parking is a mess.
hmm
But this year we worked with the hotel to have a shuttle service with an offsite location. So the if the parking was bad, at least there was a. Also, I had a little booklet put together. DeVito put a little booklet together, and on the back I put a map of the area because there are some people that come, a lot of people that come from out of town with their cars, driving from Rochester, driving up from Pennsylvania, like Shannon and them, and they're not familiar with the area. So like giving them a little bit of a parking map. Here are a couple parking garages. Here are the street parking.
that's cool.
Yeah, this year that made a big impact this year, I think.
Hmm.
Um, but it's just my first time I used tabletop events, and I opened it up for people to submit events that they wanted to play, and I would approve it. And people wanted to play, like, I'm not this, but just to make a joke of it, like they wanted to run Uno at Saturday at 3 o'clock, and then someone else wanted to run a duo or dose at, and you had to put it into different. Not everything is an event. Like people can put their own things together. Then Discord, that's awesome. The Adventure Nexus has been an amazing addition
Yeah,
to the
you showed that
process.
last episode, right? Yep.
Yeah, that was really well used. I think it's still in beta and there's still some tweaks, but that really helped get people, like, one person just commented like that was amazing because they weren't familiar with the con and they got to set up like games and meet people and um
Was your first year just one day, or was it the whole weekend? Or
yeah, it was 3 days. Yeah,
because I would think, oh, let's try it just Saturdays, just one do Saturday, see what people do and stuff like that, right?
yeah.
Well, why would you start with 3 days? Seems like a
Well,
nightmare.
so I mean, I'm planning it with a couple people, and they help me out, right? And they still come.
Okay.
Brett and Laura, John and Alicia. My mom came up and helped. My girlfriend came up and helped, like sit at registration and check
Yeah.
people in while I was, chicken without a head running around. And and we talked about it. A lot of what I did with Cusecon, it was modeled after the conventions that I loved. I loved going to Dice Tower Con
hmm
and the Gathering. Like I love those. I love those small kind of. Gen Con was great. It's huge. Origins is great. It's
Sure.
much bigger. But I love those conventions, and it always sucks when they're short, right? Like
hmm
3 days seems like it's a really short amount of time when you're there and you get day one and the next day you're like, I leave tomorrow. There isn't there isn't that buffer day, right? And you're there Thursday and then you wake up Friday, you still have 2 more days. But when you're there Friday and you wake up Saturday, you're leaving on Sunday. Like it's done. So I knew
Yeah.
I wanted it to be 3 days. I didn't want it to be a weekend. I knew I wanted 3 days. Do Friday. I had my originally my VIP was Thursday night. And it was like a little pizza party in the bar, and it was just it was the thing to do for me was 3 day convention. Like that was my baseline. Even the one I do, I asked people about Leprechaun, and that was 3 days to start just to test out
Is
the
that in
hotel.
March?
That's in March, yeah.
Yeah.
And I asked them on that Discord. I asked them, how do you feel about making it 4 days? And overwhelmingly, it was like yes. I think somebody joked, like added in an other and put 11 days. Like people want an extended, especially in this community. And I don't know if other people have tried it and if it works for other groups or other small conventions, but this community wants to game with each other for a long time. They just want to be there.
Yeah.
It's not always possible, right? You got work, you got families, you got stuff to do. Like I was, somebody said something. I think it was Mike Rice, and he's like, PTO. I don't have enough PTO. Um, so there's always these hurdles, but I knew from the beginning that I wanted it to be 3 days. Yeah, it basically went from Wednesday. I mean, unofficially, like
Right.
it's not an open thing Wednesday night. Um, but when everything's kind of set up and I'm just, in my own head trying to figure out where I want to put things around my registration table, the library's set up. Um, it's in its place. The tables are set up for the most part. There's always some, moving things around, and it never ends. But Wednesday night, like Shannon was there, Ryan was in, Daryl was in, Corey Thompson was in. There were a bunch of people there Wednesday, and it's and at locals. It technically started Wednesday, right? That's when we were playing. Because Eric was in too Wednesday. That's when we were
Yeah.
playing Troubles.
That's cool.
Yeah,
It's fun.
but yeah, I knew I wanted it to be 3 days. It's never enough for me, and this is kind of. I joke. I started a convention because I had so many games, and I just wanted a reason to buy more board games. But it is. I love hanging out with these people. So the more I get to hang out with them, the better.
What we need to do is buy, what's it called? A commune? Like
Yeah.
a place that just has several houses all together, and then we'll have one big meeting place in the middle, and we'll just play games all day long, and that'll be life. We'll do that.
Yeah. There was one. I sent it to the Rundown folks, to Tim and them. There was one. It was like $2.5 million for like this compound. It's compound. It's compound that had like all these different buildings and stuff. Yeah.
I think there's one in Waco if we want to put one in there.
Yeah, that one's probably been condemned by now, I would assume.
There you go.
Yeah.
We got our first person, and we could all be making games together. That'd be fun.
Yeah. It was well. You just had Andrew. So Andrew was there. We had Wine Cellar. Chad sent me up a bunch of stuff, bunch of copies of Wine Cellar for Andrew to play and teach. A bunch of copies of Garden Bow for David. David Abelson was there, the designer of Garden Bow. And at one point, Andrew was sitting at a table playing a game, and the next table they were playing Wine Cellar. So I went over to Andrew, like I went over to the table first. I'm like, hey, and they had the rule book up, and I'm like, hey, just in case you guys need anything, Andrew's the designer.
Oh, you can't do that.
I popped on it. Well, the guy had played in the How to Play with Andrew, and he was teaching other people.
Oh, okay.
The game. It was really.
I've had people do that to me because I'll be at conventions and I'll see someone like getting out my game, and I'll be like, "Oh, there's an open table here. Let's sit down so I can kind of listen in." Just to see, because I want to be a fly on a wall, right?
Yeah.
And then someone come up and go, "Hey, these two, they did it." I was like, "Oh man, now you ruined it."
Mm-hmm.
I was listening in. I want to hear them like tear it apart or whatever,
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, it's great." Yeah.
No, it was a cool moment. I mean, seeing everybody, like Evan was playing with his prototypes. Michael Petrie was playing the hell out of Parkeneers. That thing's looking gorgeous. Can't wait for that to come out.
Yep. Yeah, I saw Evans. I saw Corey and Donnie playing Evans' pinball game. I want to play that game.
Yeah.
I played around a bit with it when we got the test at the gathering and stuff, and that's been popping in my head a few times. I know it's like probably a nightmare to try to get produced, but I want somebody to make that game. There's got to be a way to make that game.
There will be. I mean, looking at 12 Rivers was definitely hopeful because they did that with like that foam core with the plastic layer on top. Yeah, I played one of Andrew's prototypes that I know is going to get signed and will come out.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great. It was pretty damn tremendous.
Yeah, teaching and designing are two different things, so it's nice whenever you get a designer that's good at it, right?
Yeah.
Especially when it's your own game, because you get all excited about stuff and you jump ahead to things. Yeah.
I think, I guess to go back to your question, because I'm in my own head now with stuff. I think, and I've talked about it before and ad nauseum, but I'm very lucky to know the people that I know, right? I have tremendous amount of people in the industry that I can call friends, right? Like I'll never get over the fact that Richard Lanius calls me and wishes me a Merry Christmas and asks me how my kids are doing. Like I'm floored by the amount of people that take time. Like Evan came all the way from Portland, like not Portland, Maine, which is close to New York, like the other side of the country to come to this thing. I think to answer your question, the number one thing somebody can do, this will trump, like it's not my top 5. Like it's all over the place. This is the thing that they can do is get out into the community. If there isn't a weekend or a daily meetup or a local shop that's doing a meetup on a weekly basis, or you create your own, like ours was in the breakfast area of the Ramada. They don't use it at night. It's the breakfast area. So we asked for permission to come in. We brought money to the bar. We brought money to the restaurant. Like the bartender there, he doesn't work there anymore. He owns a lawn company. He does my lawn. Like I got him to do my lawn. I hired them.
Weird.
But they would bring food to us and everything. So we had this area and we just started gaming, and then word got out that people were gaming weekly. Then that grew, and then the word got out that the con was happening. So if there isn't that bit of the if there isn't that bit in your community, that's where you need to start. If you have a projection of I want to do this, then you have to do that first. And I think in traditional top 5 fashion, that would be your number one thing, is to make sure that there is that community to back you up. And they're not all going to have it. I had somebody tell me today that they were jealous. They came to Cusecon for the first time, and they were jealous they don't have that in Rochester, which is an hour and 15 away. So, like, if you can foster that and get that bit of your community to start a weekly thing, then you'll be able to realize there is that jump-off point to do something in a 100 to 300 person level to start. Because the first Cusecon was 298. I had 298 unique people over 3 days.
Wow. There's a part to a personality that is required though for that, because I couldn't do that. I've tried recently to put together a group of people for playing games, testing, and stuff like that. I don't have it in me to do it. It doesn't work. I'm not as friendly.
It's a certain type of person. I mean, it's not about being friendly, right? You got to be personable. You don't have to be friendly, right?
Maybe I'm not personable.
Maybe you're not personable. I think you are. I see you talk to people.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're in your own head and you don't think you are.
Maybe. I don't know. It's
we
weird.
Talked about that, right?
I also
don't. Moment you start doubting yourself, and then you don't want to do the thing.
Yeah, I also there's not a strong board game community here in Houston. There's a few gamers. There's a few people who want to design, but it's very few. And it's, every time I go to LA and see the groups of people that are there, every time I hear about other, like around where you are, I'm like, man, where are all those people around in Houston? Like it's just not very strong here for some reason.
But maybe you don't know they exist.
My feeling is that they exist, but they are in their own little, like they're in their own little house with a couple friends, and it's like I would never see them because it's not a public thing. Because I've been to a few of those little things over the years where someone hosts it at their house, and you kind of get invited, and then it falls apart and stuff like that. But there's no community that all connects together that way, though. So. Yeah,
I think that is, especially lately with the boom in the industry and COVID bringing people to board games, and there are a lot of people that play. You just got to find them. Yeah, like Mike just said, you just got to find them. Or Shannon just said, you got to fish them out. They exist. You just gotta. I mean, it's also you got to have the drive to do it. Like I wanted to do that. That was something I wanted to do. So. Creating it, being there, being present, promoting it, and not marketing. Like I wasn't paying thousands of dollars for like ads and Facebook ads and BGG ads and all that stuff that you do for like a game you want to get pumping. I didn't do like the puzzles that Peter does on the Discord for like I didn't do any of that stuff. I basically like Field of Dreams did, right? Like there was a location. We're gonna meet there every Tuesday. Right. And initially the talk was like, all right, well maybe once a month or maybe every other week, right? And the problem with that, the hurdle with that is then people got to remember, wait, did we meet last week or we got to meet next week? Is it this week? Are we doing it next week? So doing it every other week could be problematic because then people have to remember if you did it last week or you're doing it this week. So doing it every week and being consistent and being there, it really makes a difference. And then people find out about it, right? We started at the Ramada with 4 people. We had 4 people that were gaming at the Ramada. And then, I got a couple friends, you mind if they come? Oh, I got a couple friends, you mind if they come? And then within a couple months, we had 30 to 40 people regularly on Tuesdays. Like it grew really rapidly. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, since we haven't actually started announcements, this may be the longest we've ever gone without starting announcements.
Oh yeah, you get me
45
talking.
minutes.
Now I'm in that mode where I'm super sleepy, lack of sleep, and I'll just keep talking. And then you want me to talk about this? I'll talk about this for the whole night.
All right, so Cusecon over. What's the next thing you want to announce?
I'm probably gonna get the first full night's sleep tonight. That's my announcement.
Great. That's
Um,
perfectly fine after running a convention. Then I
Sure.
think it's totally fine not to have anything.
I leave on Wednesday to go down to Ocean City for that Ocean's Calling festival. That's 3 days of music.
When are
So
you
I'm
sleeping?
excited. Yeah, tonight and tomorrow. That's basically it.
All right.
Yeah, that's this weekend, and then October 8th. Look at a calendar. I'm not sure. October 8th ish is Retro Game Con. Retro Game Con is the video game convention in Syracuse that draws in 5,000 to 7,000 people over 2.5 days. That's happening in a couple weeks. So the owner of Retro comes to Cusecon and ran trivia Friday night. Forget, it all blends. One of the nights he did Retro Game Con trivia. Hey, Alan.
That's fun.
Yep. Yeah. So that's happening in a couple weeks. If you're local or local-ish and seeing this, look up Retro Game Con. Come hang out.
Nice.
But I see what, like, to go to tie that into Cusecon. I see what he goes through because he rents a convention center. He rents the on center for that thing, and the on center closes down. Everyone's got to leave. You got to get to your car. You got to park. You're parked in a parking lot, and either you're staying at one of the local hotels or you're local and you're driving in. And I help out Jason. We had a booth. David from 3WS was there the past 2 years. Not going this year. But I helped out Jason, and you get there early, you park, and then you got to leave, and it's looking at that convention at that amount of people too that's a lot to manage. That's not Cusecon. Cusecon is much smaller. It's got that community feel. Not that it can't be bigger, but it's a different type of convention when you deal with that kind of thing, right? A convention center with the parking and off-site location hotels, and it's a little crazy. But he's been doing it for 11 years. I think he's 11. This is either year 11 or 12. And there's a Retro Game Con day in Syracuse. The mayor made it a day. Yeah, it's pretty
That's
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
How big is Syracuse?
It's a couple blocks.
How many people?
500,000, 400,000.
Wow, that's very small for having heard of the city.
Ask your robot friend. Your robot friend is listening.
Yeah, I don't like talking to her.
I can't. My phone is over there. I'd look it up.
Computer, what's the population of Syracuse, New York?
Syracuse has a population of 149,000 people.
Fuck. Way off.
That is so small.
I was way
That's
off.
like my neighborhood or something.
Jeez.
Computer,
Right, so,
what is the population of Houston, Texas?
Houston's population is 2.3 million people.
Jesus. Right. So I call bullshit on you. If there's 130,000 people in Syracuse and I can pull together 400 on a weekend, you can pull 400 people together out of Houston. Come on.
You would think, right?
Yeah, 100%, man. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll make it happen.
Too big.
We'll make it happen. Oh yeah, Evan. If Rice is still watching, in true Cusecon fashion, we closed out each night playing, except last night, tumbling dice. We played tumbling dice. Eric, Evan, me, and Daryl. We did solo, and then we did teams. We traded off teams. So
I trust Matt more than this thing. So
okay.
Still.
Well, yeah, I guess the suburbs, like around the city.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably not counting our suburbs either. So. All right. Well, anyway. Besides all that, any other announcements?
I can't think of anything right now. I'm lucky I'm here.
I I was on Cardboard Alchemy show on Friday, so you can check
Nice.
that out. We did our we did our 6 games that are best played at 6 players, 5 players, 4 players, 3 players, 2 players, and 1 player. It's kind of cool.
That's neat.
Yeah.
How did you do the 1 player?
Yeah, because I don't play solo that much, right? But I picked not to spoil the list, I guess, if you want to watch it, but I picked the adventure. What is it? Choose your own adventure one.
Okay.
Have you seen that one? It's I think the house on the Maze Hill or whatever is the one
like a
that
choose your own adventure book.
Yeah.
Like
now Aaron and I did it together, right? So
you found a way to cheat even on that.
Yeah.
I get it.
But we do video games together and stuff like that too. So it's, things that are supposed to be solo experiences, we still do them together. So yeah. But yeah, I didn't have a lot to pick from though. Like I have like a couple of instances where I have played the solo. Half the time it's because I'm designing it or working with the designer with it. Right. So
did you pick games that were playable 1 player or solo only games?
I picked for all of the numbers, I picked games that were best played at that number.
Okay.
But cheated with the house adventure, choose your own adventure game because I played it with 2, even though it's 1. So
okay, gotcha.
House of Danger, that's what it is. Yeah.
They had 2. I think 2 or 3.
I think there's 3 now. Yeah, I want to do the other ones too. It's a really fun experience. It really does. Like as a kid, I used to read those. I remember I had a James Bond one at one point. Yeah. But it really does feel like you're in that. Only there's a little bit of a game mechanism to it. So
yeah. That's cool. That's fun.
But yeah, no, that was fun. I did it with Rosie. I wish we could have Rosie on here as a guest, but she's in the UK, and it's like, what time is it for her right now? It's like
gotta be
3 o'clock in the morning. So probably couldn't have her here, but we'll see. She's fun though. But yeah, it's my only announcement.
That's cool.
Do we have a Luca painting?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sure do. Oh, I got this from a friend.
Ooh. What's the image? Oh, look at that. It's Star Wars. That is cool.
And it works. It's got all the bits. It's got all the ships.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew they made that.
Yeah, it's very loud when I turned it on, and I don't know if there's a volume, but it does work.
Leader, ready. Freight Federation leader, ready. May the force be with you. Select game.
No. Battle Dolphins. I don't know what that is.
Oh, Battle Dolphins. All right, well, here we go. Yeah, so Luca turns, he's the one I was talking about earlier, who's in school. He turns 4 in November. And he's been watercolor painting for almost 3 years now. And we look at one every Monday and try and figure out what the hell it is.
Say what we see in it. Yep.
Right. So, although I know what this is, because I asked him before I came on the show, this one was done in August of this year.
Mm-hmm.
The LH is because he still uses his left hand to paint. And this is tonight's Luca painting. I will say good luck to all of you.
That. Oh, I'll let comments say what they want to say. That's pretty cool looking, actually. I have a guess, but yeah. Let's see. Mm-hmm. What does everybody else think? When did he do it?
August
20. Oh, okay. So about a month ago. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't know when this airs.
Mm-hmm.
So what does everybody see in this one? Lizard, moth, and mantis.
All right, so Purple Hound sees 3 different things. I like that.
An axolotl discovers seaweed with an eel friend. My birthday. I don't. That might have been part of another conversation. August 25th is your birthday. Oh, okay. I was like, you see your birthday. What happened on your birthday?
Brandon, which color is the axolotl?
Probably the pink one. I think axolotls are kind of famously pink, right? Pink Godzilla and the others are monsters fighting him.
I like that.
Pink dragon farting fire. A scarecrow with 2 little birds on the hat and a weird squirrel coming up to tap it, and a green donkey doing a handstand. I love Maddie's suggestions. She always so detailed.
Yeah, that's good.
Over a pine tree. Okay. Pink. It's my favorite crayon. Pokemon
pink.
Fight.
Pink is the axolotl for Brandon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Pink Godzilla, Mothra Worm, and Godzuki. I don't know Godzuki. Is that a new one? Meeting of the Alien Overlords. I see Monsters Inc. I think that's Mikey down there. You got the what's his name? The Steve Buscemi one, the snaky guy.
Randall.
Yeah, the yellow one. And then he just didn't use blue. You know.
For Sully.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mount Doom and 2 dragons. That's good.
Nice. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, do you know what it is? Obviously, so you don't get to have a guess at this point.
I do know what it is, but
Snake biting a hula hooping Patrick Star. Oh, I could see the Patrick Star. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you see?
I did not know what it is until I asked him tonight before I came on what this was, because he did not label it when he painted it. This was just a painting he was doing. I see 3 different things, so good job with the crowd. I see an axolotl, but I see the axolotl as the yellow. I see a rib cage as the pink.
Ooh.
Like just broken rib cage.
But like hard inside?
Like, yeah, like these are the ribs, right? That would be a lung, I would assume.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Okay.
And then this is a cat that got electrocuted.
Jeez. If that was accurate, I would be worried for Luca.
Right. I mean, the axolotl is really cute, and then the broken rib cage and the fried kitty is, yeah.
It's like an axolotl, cat that's electrocuted, and a broken rib cage. You're like, okay, we need to start therapy.
Pretty accurate, I think.
What does he say?
You want to know what it is?
That cat had 9 lives. He spent them all.
Thank you. Good job, Baronin. It is clearly a stegosaurus.
Just one?
So one stegosaurus. This is the stegosaurus. This is its tail.
Ah.
And this is a monster.
Okay, so stegosaurus fighting a monster.
It's a stegosaurus and a monster. That's what it is.
Okay. Reading Lovecraft bedtime stories.
Clearly a stegosaurus.
Triceratops tornado is pretty close. Clearly a stegosaurus.
Yep. Clearly a stegosaurus.
You know what? I see a lot of people split between stegosaurus and triceratops. Triceratops is my favorite. Aaron's favorite is stegosaurus. It's interesting.
Luca got to meet Andrew again and talk dinos. I told I told Luca that's who made the dino game, because Luca plays with the Digging for Dinos tiles and puts them together.
That's cool.
And his dino knowledge, man, he watches. I was showing Andrew. He watches this anime. We all watch it because whatever, it's great. Called Dinosaur King from like 2008. And I printed.
That's a Hershey for the K-pop thing, by the way. But we'll move on.
Okay. I made up the little cards from the show. He knows the dinosaurs. Like, most people know Triceratops, Stegosaurus, Velociraptor, T-Rex, Brontosaurus, right? Like those. He's coming out with the Pachycephalosaurus, the Strikosaurus,
It's cool.
the Caradontosaurus. Like he's got the cards and can pick the card and says the name, like knows what they look like and
That's
knows
cool.
their name. And he's not even 4. It's bonkers.
Ankylosaurus is a lot of people's favorites too. The big hammer tail thing. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a armadillo gone wrong. Yeah.
Well, one of the main characters, one of the dinosaur characters, not characters, this is a dinosaur. One of the main characters has a dinosaur, and it looks like the Ankylosaurus. Purple, it's got that shell kind of backing with some spikes and a tail. And I mentioned it's an Ankylosaurus, and he's like, it's not an Ankylosaurus, it's a Strikosaurus, or it's a Cychania. And I'm like, what in the hell? I thought he was making up words. I'm like, I don't even know what a Cychania is. And it's the name of that dinosaur because it had more spikes on its back and a different type of tail with like horns that came out on its head. Like he's ridiculous. You know how he corrects us with these paintings? He corrects me with the dinosaurs, and it's like I don't even know.
You may have a paleontologist on your hands.
It's unreal.
I wanted to be a paleontologist when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think if he knows the word paleontologist, I think he'd want to do it too.
God, right.
Right.
I guess an armadillo is an ankylosaurus that went wrong.
An ankylosaurus ankylosaurus that shrunk.
Ankylosaurus? Is that how you say it?
Ankylosaurus, that's how I say it.
Oh, so that's how you say it.
It's KYL. Kyle, not Ankylosaurus. That's KLY.
Yeah.
You can't even say Cusecon.
A silent Y.
Sure. Whatever works.
There you go.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It was really fun. I got a picture of them, and it's really cool. So yeah,
what?
that was today's.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into our top 5 games of BGG 100. So before we start, I have some games that are going to have to go into Legacy.
I like that.
Nice.
That's the game. That's how the game works.
Ankylosaurus. First time. All right, so I started this thing called Legacy a few episodes ago where I have a game that I love so much it just keeps creeping up in all the lists. It's time to put some of those away so that they don't keep popping up in the lists. People are tired of hearing about them, right? So okay. I put one in there, which is Crusaders. And this time I've had to put 3 of them in there. So I'll wait just in case. I don't think you'll list them, but I'll wait till after the end of this to put them in there.
So they're not on your list?
Right.
But they would be on your list.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm sneaking 3 on the list. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it means that once they're in Legacy, they're not going to be brought in again, right? So.
But they should. No. That's not how you said you were going to do it. You're changing the rules on the rules you made.
What do you mean?
You were going to introduce them as Legacy.
Right.
And then there was your list. So you're putting them into the vault before the list. But they were on your list.
I mean, like, I can do it before the list if you want.
But you said they were still going to be part of your list. And then they would be introduced. They would be in the list. And then they're going to Legacy. I thought.
I did that. I don't think I did that last time. I'm pretty sure I snuck Crusaders in besides my list.
Okay.
So, yeah, we don't have to ask each other what we did for the list or how we interpreted the list. If you go to boardgamegeek.com, you can do an advanced search and then just hit search and it pulls up all board games ever known to man, basically. And then you can sort it from number 1 to whatever. The whole page is 1 to 100. So it's that page.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like how it gets up to that number, is it like what gets it up to that number? Do you know? I wish Scott was in
It's mentions, it's interactions, it's thumbs, it's pictures, like people interacting with it, asking questions on the photos, thumbing the photos. Sometimes it's because a game has someone who's a shitbag and it starts getting talked about a lot and starts creeping up.
Well, that's the hotness, right? That's
true. That's
Yeah.
true.
That's the difference.
Yeah, I think it's more people that comment and give it ratings, give it a weight, give it a star, give it, put it in their own list or their wish list or I want to buy list, like all those little clickables that you can do for the game. I think it adds to it.
So board game ranking, Brass Birmingham's at the top. And I don't know what puts these there. Some of them are really new. Some of them have been there for a long time. Twilight Struggle 2005. That's a 20-year-old game. Is still 14, right? So, yeah. Said Crusaders 3 times again. I'm not breaking the rules. I can mention what's on Legacy. But yeah, so that's what we did. We just went to this 100 list, and we're gonna say our top 5 on it. Which I'll stop showing that because
I did limit my list though to games that I've played.
Yeah. Why would you
put any on there that I haven't played because I don't know if they would. I mean, there are games that are they're just good.
But how do you know if you hadn't played it?
Well, because you know that a game is good. You should know when a game is good. Any other game than Terraforming Mars, you should know the game is good. Yeah.
You want to know?
I don't think your legacy games are on my list, so if you want to lead with that, I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that if we want to get those out of the way.
I think I'm gonna call. Can I call it?
Oh yeah. There's 3 of them. You get to call them. Go ahead. Pretty sure you can.
I know these. Oh yeah, I know where they are.
Dave's already called 2 of them.
Yeah, those are easy. Those are the low-hanging fruit. Concordia, I just wrote them down. These are the 3 I wrote down without you looking at my list.
All right.
Concordia and Orleans absolutely are on your list, and I'm going to call it 5 Tribes is going to be your other one.
Nope.
Really?
Nope. It's not on Legacy. It's Scythe is the 3rd one. And that was on my list from last episode. It hits a few more times, things like that. So, yeah, I'm going to put Scythe on Legacy. Orleans is my number 1 game of all time. Concordia is my 2nd. So, of course, it's been on a lot of my lists. Mm-hmm. That's why people can call it. So, putting them on the Legacy list, that way my list can be a little more interesting from now on.
So, really what we're getting is your top, your what, 4 through 9?
No, because you don't know where they were in the list. They weren't necessarily the top 3.
Doesn't matter. Those 3 are out. So no matter where they are in your top 5, you're pulling 3. You're actually getting 4 through 9. 4 through 8. Sorry.
Maybe. It doesn't matter. It's a fun list.
The first one I wrote down was Scythe. Ranked number 20, came out in 2016. The game's 10 years old. Still rocks. The second one I wrote down, third one.
Wait, wrote down for what? For my
Legacy? I wrote down on my list that I was going to talk about.
Wait, you're not doing your list right now, right?
No. I'm not going to talk about Scythe or Orleans because they're on my list and you just talked about them. So I'm taking them off my list now, too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I said I wouldn't bring up Legacy till afterwards. I didn't want to mess up your list.
I can pivot. I'd rather you do that.
All right.
But yeah, Orleans is awesome, and it would have been in my top 5 if you didn't ruin it. Ranked 37th, and it came out in 2014, and they're still amazing.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it then.
Do it.
Number 5. Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Well, then go first.
Why don't I do that? So in between on my list, in between Scythe and Orleans, is Terra Mystica. Terra
Wow.
Mystica is currently ranked 36th on BGG. Came out in 2012. And I still adore the mechanisms that it employs. The idea of pulling the stuff off your board, putting it on a central board, and unlocking stuff by doing that. Bora Bora's got it. It's one of my favorite things in games. Whatever the game happens to be, area control, worker placement, whatever. I love taking pieces off a board and moving them and unlocking something by doing, like, getting everything ready to be able to move stuff out off your board to unlock stuff. Whether that's during an income phase, you get extra money, or you get extra resources, whatever that is. I love that mechanism in games. Terra Mystica is one of the first ones I think that I played of that type. I have not played Gaia Project, and I was told this weekend that Age of Innovation is even better. But I've only played this one, and this is 36 on the list, and I think it's still phenomenal.
Yeah, samesies. I have not played Gaia, and I want to. Gaia Project. I know it's the space version of this, and it came a few years afterwards, so it's probably got a little more polish, but I love this game too. Have you played Age of Innovation?
No. So that's the next one, and that's the one. I bought another copy of this over the weekend at the flea market because I don't have one in the library. And the guy I bought it from said Age of Innovation is just that much better.
This is number 15 on my list.
Jesus. Well, it's the first one I talked about, so I'm going to put it down as my number 5.
Yeah, can't argue. It's good. The only reason why it's further down on my list is because of the this whole part of it, the moving those pieces from one brain to the other, whatever those things are, I forget what they're called, the little purple spots and stuff. Yeah. It's a little clunky and confusing to me every time I play. And it's just my brain grasping how to do it and stuff. And then I wait too long to play again, and then I just don't have time again to get into it. But I do love pulling pieces off your board, getting bonuses, all that stuff. It's awesome. So,
yep.
Very cool.
Andrew, I had the lowest number on my list is 20, and it was Scythe. And then Terra Mystica is number 36. That was my next one. So there was 20 Scythe, but there's nothing lower than that.
Nice. My number 5 is, I didn't write down the number, so I don't actually know where it is on here. But there it is. Grand Austria Hotel.
It's a good game.
So Grand Austria Hotel, if you've played, what's the one that's a space one that is kind of like this at the same time? It's like 2489 or something. Supernova or something like that.
Is that Pulsar? 2849?
Pulsar. Yep, that's it.
We talked about that last week on the Sci-Fi Show with Peter.
That's right. We did. This one has a lot of, this one came first, but both of those have kind of like the same mechanisms where you roll a bunch of dice, which they don't have pictured here. Oh yeah, there it is. So you roll a bunch of dice and then you put them out, and then everybody takes turns taking a die from there. It does cause sometimes wonky games. Like if nobody ever rolls 3s in the game, you have to figure out other ways to do that action, whatever 3 is. That happened to us once. And it does have, one of the things I don't usually like in games is like a punishment if you don't reach a certain thing. Whenever you get to round 3 here, if you aren't in this gold area, you get, if you're in the gold area, you get a bonus. If you're in the white area, you get nothing. If you're in this black area, you get like hurt, right? You actually, something bad happens to you. It's not so bad in this game that it like puts it down on the list for me though. So I really like this game. Sometimes you can get a little frustrated by the people that pop up. You're like, you're not the people I need to have in my hotel. But you just have to. It's one of those games where you have to like pivot with everything that's happening. I like that
You have to be able to adjust.
expansion. Actually, I need to get it. Yeah. So Grand Austria Hotel is my number 5.
Good pick.
Are we doing? We're going back around, are we?
Don't say
We're
it.
snaking. We're
Every
snaking.
Monday
We're
night.
snaking. We're gonna snake. I didn't have to ask. All right. So my number 4 was on my list last week. If I'm not careful,
Almost 5 years of doing this show.
yeah. Well, but we didn't start snaking until like a year ago or something, right? You have to give me at least a few years of
a few years. Yes, a few years. We've been snaking for a few years, Chris.
Well, sometimes we don't.
That's true. Depends on how many guests we have on.
That's true. I can't find what I'm looking for. So
that's a U2 song.
I don't like U2 that much. Oh, there we go. Number 28.
I don't like you either.
Is Lost Ruins of Arnak.
That was almost predictable too.
Yeah, well, it was on my list not last time, because last time was space, but the time before, I think.
It was.
Yeah, if you haven't played, I mean, it's a popular game. Most people have played it, but I would encourage you to try it if you haven't played it yet, or tried it yet. Deck builder, really clean, nice, easily done. Pick up 5 cards. You play cards, and you also get to play people with those cards because it's a worker placement as well. Yeah, it's very clean, a little fun. I love the artwork in it. I wish there were other games that use the same artwork because I want to explore that world in different ways. The artwork is so cool and inviting. Like there's monsters and stuff in there, right?
Yeah.
And I want to play against those monsters. And look at the, like, oh God, this is very zoomed in. Who took this picture? Actually, I know who took this picture. Look at the different runes and like ruins that you go to and stuff. Every single one of them is beautiful artwork.
Yep.
It's a challenging game. It's very good. Yeah. And the Leaders expansion is really good. I think the first expansion was okay, and I haven't played the third expansion. But the Leaders is really good. You get your own board and do a little different stuff every time.
It's a good pick.
Was that on your list anyway?
Newer expansion stuff?
I just answered that.
Yeah. How does it feel? No, it's a good
not
one.
Played the right.
I like this one a lot. I just picked up another copy that has an insert in it with one of the expansions, I believe. It's a good one. There's a learning curve to this one. You need to play it a couple times to understand the track. I forget what this called, the research track or whatever that track is. You can't
the journaling or whatever.
Yeah, you can't neglect that. It is crucial.
Oh yeah. I usually get to the top of it, but I'm usually not doing well at the exploring the ruins part.
Right.
And you're supposed to do both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Balance. You got to find balance.
But yeah, that's my number 4. What's yours?
It's a good pick.
Thank you.
I like that pick. I'll give you that pick. That pick is pretty good. So the next on my list is going to be Cascadia.
What number is Cascadia?
Cascadia is number 54.
There we go.
I'm pretty sure that's the newest one on my list. Yep. That is 2021. It came out. There are multiple things I love about this game. I love the easy approach to teaching, right? I love the replayability with the cards. There are different sets of cards. They are reversible. There's a different puzzle every time you play. And I love that it's a little bit forgiving in what comes out. A lot of those draw, place, and take things don't give you the ability to pivot as well as this one does. As long as you
Mhm.
have those pine cones, then what you want to do, what you do on your turn, like there's public objectives, and everyone's going for like clusters of bears, straight lines of moose, whatever. And then the public objectives that everyone can go with. Then you have those tiles, the terrain tiles, and an animal that you get to place. And the terrain tiles dictate what animals go on it. And not all the very rarely do you get what you want. You can get the tile that you want, but you don't get the animal that you want to place on it. But you don't have to place the animal on the tile you draft. You can split that up. But if you don't like what's there, or that perfect combo comes out, you have the pine cone tiles. You spend the pine cone tile to be able to take a tile, spend the pine cone token in order to get the tile that you want and the animal that you want, and they don't have to be paired up. And it's pleasant that way. You're not stuck. You don't feel
Yeah.
forced to take something that's suboptimal. And if
You can
you
also
are
wipe
forced-
it, right?
Huh?
You can also wipe it with the pine cone.
You can, yes, and it auto wipes if there's 4 of the same animal, or you can choose to do it with 3 of the same
Three of
animal.
them, yeah.
Right. So there's really cool, there's just cool game design elements in it that won't, if they were not there, it would frustrate the user.
Mhm.
And I like it. I think it's approachable. It's a nice family weight game.
I think it's on our cozy list, right?
Yeah, I'm not far off from Luca playing this one. Like the idea of putting the tile down,
Yep.
and then putting the animal on top of the tile, you can remove some of the challenges for him. But I think this game is got a lot to offer. It's got the 2 new roll and write ones. It's got the Cascadia Junior, which I don't know how they can make it Junior. Maybe the public objectives, like I just said. But I love Cascadia. I think it's a solid game and one of my favorites that are in the top 100.
Nice. Good pick.
I think so.
All right. Well, now we're going to obviously snake like we always do to 3.
Every we do it every time.
What's your number 3?
I'm going to go the complete opposite end of the spectrum with this nice, cute, cozy Cascadia with the nice animals and the fun tiles, and go to Kingdom Death Monster.
Cool. You really did go to the other side.
It's ranked 88.
88. Yep. I've never played it.
Came out 10 years ago. It's still not fully out. They're still releasing some of the stuff from the Kickstarter, like as early as recent as a couple weeks ago.
That's insane.
The minis are bonkers. The story is can be very risque, very dark at times. It is not a family game whatsoever. The game is super simple to play. Like on your turn, you move and fight. Like it's not, your movement's restricted, your fight are cards, and you have this really cool card system with the cards are square, and around the cards can be half circles, and you're trying to match the half circles to get a boon. I don't own this game. 4 of my friends own almost everything for this game.
Oof.
Right, so if I ever needed to play it, I know I have Bobby or Jason or Dan or Logan. They all have this stuff. And the hurdle for me, and the price tag, it was $200, $250 for the base game. And then all these expansions.
Which was a lot back then.
Right. It still is. And
Right,
you're dumping thousands into this game to get the pieces for this, like the minis and the expansions and whatever. The thing with this game are the minis. They are beautiful, but they're on sprues, which means you got to build them, which is great for the person that wants to paint, because then you paint all the limbs and you get it nice and pretty. But, for example, there is one monster that has 100 wrists, hands and wrists.
Oh,
that
yeah,
you're
yeah. I've seen
supposed
that
to
one.
glue around its butthole. Like, look at that monster in the right, that lower right. Look at that thing. The minis are gorgeous. That antelope is like, its rib cage is all cut open. The detail is amazing. The way the monsters react, they're all different. You can play what they call lantern years, and you can choose what you want to play, and then every so often like the butcher's gonna come after you, and there's these epic boss that you get to fight after a few rounds of it. But the combat system is really well done. It's very simple. If not for the theme, this game is very simple to play. But you will lose characters. Like when they die. I remember we played in the classroom. Keith, Bobby, myself. I think Jason came a couple times, and we played. We had a death board in Keith's classroom. So the kids aren't there. The kids were all remote, but we still met in the classroom, on a weekly basis to do stuff with the game design curriculum, whatever. And we would play Kingdom Death Monster, and we had a good dozen characters that were hanging on the board that had died during some of our campaigns. Like they perished. And sometimes you have to, like, a character has to be sacrificed, or you're going to sacrifice yourself to make sure you do the thing. The game it's the lore, the story. You're making decisions after every scenario, every fight. You go back to your village, and if you kill the monster, you get a loot drop, and you're getting like lion's mane or feathers from a thing. And then you go back to the village, and you have to make a choice on what piece of technology you're going to unlock for your civilization. And to the point where are you burying your dead, or are you going into cannibalism? Like, it's got those kind of choices, and those choices matter because that gives you a tech tree of stuff with the leather and the wood and the stone that you're getting in order to build different things. Like, the game is super in depth in those kind of choices that you get to make. Superior theme. It's just super dark.
Wow.
It's amazing. It really is. It's just my hurdle is I'd have to put it together. That's my problem with the game, but it's really good.
I'd love to try it sometime. I don't know anybody that has it or anything like that though. So yeah, maybe a convention.
It's phenomenal. Maybe a Cusecon.
I saw a bunch of them. They had a booth in Gen Con, and I saw a bunch of. I just walked around and looked at it. They had them all in the glass and stuff. It's amazing minis.
Mm-hmm. I have one bit of Kingdom Death Monster, and it's a dice set.
Oh, a little lantern thing. Cool.
It was a Black Friday death dice. That's what they called it. I haven't opened it, as you can tell. But yeah, the game's phenomenal. It really is. I mean, it's very well done. It's very thematic. It tells a hell of a story. The dice hate you just like every other game you're rolling to save your life, and it never works. But it's tremendous. It's just expensive, and you got to put all the minis together.
Cool. My number 3 is not that far from your number 3. It's only 8 up. So it's number 80. It's Maracaibo.
Oh, okay. I haven't played that one.
So have you played Great Western Trail?
Yes.
So this is the game that fixes Great Western Trail.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, so it'd be great if we had a picture of the game. Not a close-up of the game, but of the game. That's even more of a close-up. There we go. There we go, at least. So just like Great Western Trail, there's kind of a loop that everybody goes on. But unlike Great Western Trail, you get to catch up every loop. So I can go around that loop really fast, do really well, but when I stop, I have to wait for you to come up and catch up, and then we get to do it again. And maybe you go faster this time. Whereas in Great Western Trail, someone goes fast and they just keep going, and you're left in the dust forever, right? And there's some mitigation to that here in that one, but this one really like tightens it up. Yeah, I agree. It's so much better. I don't know why it's lower than Great Western Trail. I think just because Great Western Trail came out and had a better marketing, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is the first cool thing." I think this was the next one that he came out with, the same designer, and it totally fixes a bunch of the stuff for me. Plus, I like the theme better than Western stuff, but and maybe it's just because it's old hat to me because I'm in Texas and cattle and people and cowboy hats are everywhere. So, not everywhere, but actually, cattle are everywhere.
Do you own a cowboy hat?
I do not.
Do you own cowboy boots? I don't see you as a boot
No.
person.
No, not my thing. Never
What
has
about
been.
belt buckles? Really big, shiny belt buckles? No.
No, no. My dad had all that stuff. I have family members that wear it. You see, if you go out in Houston, if you're out and about in a day, you might see someone wearing a cowboy hat. It's a weird thing. I remember being at Board Game GeekCon once, and a guy was walking around with a cowboy hat on, big tall guy, and a group of other guys like walked past him and then turned around and went like, "Oh my god, did you see that guy in a cowboy hat? He's like dressed up like a cowboy." Then they must have been from some other state or something. They were just like, "Oh my god, they really wear those hats." I was like, "Oh yeah, that is weird, isn't it?"
Mm.
It doesn't seem weird to me.
Right, yeah.
To other people outside the state, it must be weird, yeah.
Right. That's funny.
But yeah, so this, more of a Caribbean, which I'm still close to. Whole thing is more interesting to me. But yeah, this game's fun to play and doesn't have that runaway leader as the Trails one does.
Such a problem in that game.
Yeah, it is not in this one. It's very good. I haven't played the newest one. I can't remember what he called it. I have it like on my shelf to learn, but I haven't played the newer one that he does the same kind of thing on.
The Pirates one, the Pirates of Maracaibo.
No, that's an expansion, I think.
I thought it was a standalone. Not an expansion. I thought it was his own thing.
Oh no, he did a different game. I think it starts with a B, but I can't remember what it is now. I could find out actually.
If only there was a site.
If there was a website,
all of that information.
Alexander Pfister is okay. I was thinking Boone Lake. That's the one I was thinking about. Yeah, I have this game. I haven't played it yet. We'll see.
Huh.
Oh, Pirates is a standalone. That's good to know. Anyway, that's my number 3, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, you should.
All right, so number 2. Apparently, I say quite a bit. For whatever reason, you thought I was about to stick it into Legacy, and it's 5 Tribes.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have stuck it in there if that's the case. Oops. Technical difficulties. Hold on. There we go. Difficulties. Can't speak today. Now I don't have your excuse.
Yeah, you don't have my excuse.
No, I got plenty of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, but not better. That's good to know, Andrew.
Hmm.
I mean, I already have it, so I would have liked to hear that it was better, but it's right. So 5 Tribes. If you haven't played this one, it's a great puzzle. Every time you go, it's your puzzle. You bid for placement. So you gold coins are your points. So you're bidding to go first, second, or third, or fourth, depending on how many players you're playing. And if you're playing with 2 players, you get to go twice in a round. So you could bid to go first and fourth, or first and second, that kind of thing. You are looking at these different meeples are placed out on these different things. You're picking up the whole group of meeples, and then you're dropping them off one by one as you move away to that spot. And whatever meeple you leave the last, that's the action you do on that space. And that's the spaces that you end up on, you do that action as well. So you're getting 2 actions. You're trying to find this cool combo of those actions. It's really fun. It's a Mancala style kind of thing. Is what people call it. Yeah, and I haven't seen anything else really utilize this kind of game before. Like this type of game, I haven't seen it in other themes, and I haven't seen it used like this. So
Istanbul
doesn't work the same way, though.
You pick up a pile and you move them to a thing and do the thing.
Well, the movement is similar, but Istanbul, you're stuck to only 2 space movements, and you don't leave anything as you go, and you are just so, and you leave something as you drop off. But this, what makes this unique is whatever meeple color you choose to leave at the last space, each meeple color has their own action, and every space has their own action. So you're choosing one of 5 colored actions to go with one of the spaces. Yeah, the AP issues thing, you have to, anybody could get AP with this, right? Because there's so many choices. Look at all those different spaces. Which one would you pick up and then move with, right? And the way to play this is to go, I want to do this, and then go find it and go, okay, that's the best one, and do it, right? Versus what are all the many options I have available? That's not the way to do this. And you know, I won't play with people who have AP. That's the only drawback to this one, is there's a lot of choices. But yeah, it's a great
the
game.
hardest one is the assassin. The assassin has to do with how many are on the tile, and that's how far away you can snipe somebody.
Yeah,
that's difficult.
I've also used the assassins to kill off other people's collected elders and leaders and stuff, because you know, whoever has the most of those gets better points and stuff. I don't do that often, but if I can get it, if I can do it and it'll save me that I might do it. Yeah, pulling off the cool thing where you get the assassin, he gives you the space, and then he kills someone else that gives you another space. That's always a fun play. Yeah. It's a puzzle every game, every turn, and I love those puzzles. So,
good one.
Yep. Oh, and the genies are really fun too.
What is?
The genies. They all give you special powers when you get those.
Yeah.
Gens, yeah. Yep. That's my number 2.
It's a good pick. It's a quality game. It's on my list, and I definitely thought you were going to talk about it. For sure.
It's number 92. I would expect it to be higher.
It is. Came out in 2014. I think it's still great. I think it's still a really great game to play. This gets tricky for me, but I have to go with... I don't have to. I choose to go with a game that I've talked a lot about because of... it's Quacks.
Oh.
Because of that feel, that push your luck element of pulling something out of the bag and busting, but you don't really bust and get nothing. You just have to choose money or resources if you bust. And like 5 Tribes, with the AP being the only thing that kind of holds that game back, this one eventually dictates you having to push your luck, because you're not going to win if you don't. If you let it get out of control and somebody is that far ahead, the rats help. The rat tails help kind of move you a little bit forward, so you get a little bit of an advantage if you're too far behind. But at some point, you're so far behind, you can't lay up in this game. You have to push, and it does benefit you. I'm getting there. You do have to push, and it's not a full benefit. If you don't bust, you get both the coin and the resources. If you push, you have to, and bust, you have to pick one of those. So you're still getting stuff. But you have to. In this game, you have to push your luck. And that's what it's about. I love the mechanism. I love that depending on what you pull, it's got numbers. You're putting it around your cauldron, so you're like stirring your cauldron. I think the new edition is pretty. The old cover didn't really tell you what you were doing. You have your cauldron, you're putting ingredients into it, and you're making a thing, and by busting, it's exploding. The original cover didn't really represent that at all. The new one, you see they're all worried. Their faces, they're all worried about what's going on in that cauldron. This game benefits from some sort of upgrade. I know a lot of people 3D print, and they have the files for those wooden cardboard. It's called cardboard. That you can glue the cardboard into and give it a feel, because you're reaching around in that bag. The Geek Up bits, the BGG Geek Up bits, which are on the site, they're great. you want to have something in that bag that's more than just those cardboard tokens, just because of the feel of it. But this game it's really it's fantastic. It's got that element that I talk about with some other games that the one thing that drives it, and that push your luck feature when your hand's in that bag and you want to push one more. It really it's phenomenal. I still love it.
Yeah, I've only still played this virtually. I'd love to play the physical version
What's it going? So
with Corey and Donnie, who in chat. Well, Donnie is in. I didn't say
you play online with them? That makes sense.
Yeah.
At Cusecon, my friend Bob from Pennsylvania showed me and Andrew in the same game a game called Guardlings.
Gardenlings.
Guardlings.
Okay.
And he described it as Quacks of Carcassonne, and it's really not that far off. And it uses that bag pulling element where if you're good up until 5 gnomes, and if you pull the 6th gnome, you've busted, and you get the connection the benefit, the gem benefit of half rounded up. So you're still getting something, but you don't have to choose coin or resources. It's telling you you're getting your gems as points. You're using your points to buy new tiles, but you're getting half of them rounded up. So you don't. What do I want? Do I want the coins this round? Do I want the resources this round? And it's a bunch of 1x2 basically tiles with garden gnomes on it, and around or some of them, and then fantastical creatures, unicorns and pigs or whatever. And around it are half gems, and you need to put tiles that match the half gems to make a full gem. Every one of those you do is a point, and you use those to buy upgraded tiles, and they go 4, 7, 10, 14, 20, and the first person to buy 20 wins the game. That's it. You want to generate that engine by building up your bag and then pulling from the bag and not busting in order to buy that 20. And if you buy the 20, you win. And it does a lot of what it came out last year, and I don't know why. Like, it's super. I don't see anybody talking about it, and it really does a lot of what Quacks does, and it's cute. Thin box, 12x12, but thin box, cute art, and it's by OSTBY Ostby. I forget the design. I know the designer from other things. Really cute cover. Does not represent what I've stayed away. I own it, but I've stayed away from it because the cover does not represent what the game does, and the game is really fun. It does a lot of what Quacks does.
How do you spell it?
It's Guardlings, Gardlings.
I thought guard, be on your guard.
No, like garden gnomes. Yeah, like that cover does not tell you what the game's about. Similar to Quacks, like first cover of Quacks does not tell you. But it's really fun. Yeah, so you're building those tiles. You want to be the first to buy 20, but you're pulling from your bag. You're putting together that just like that, and you're trying to match up your gems. And every gem you match up is a coin, a purchase power. And if you have those empty ones, the empty ones have to match to empty ones. But then the tile on the left, you see there's 3 purple and 2 pink. Go back one. Or go to the next one. Look past the hand that's holding a tile. See the grid that they have there, and they have the 2 pinks matching up and the 2 pinks matching up. Each one of those what's that green one? That could be a wild maybe. Each one of those matching gems is a coin, and you want to buy the 20. Gotcha. It's really, really clever, and it does a lot of what Quacks is doing without a lot of the overthinking or the AP that can come out of it.
Must have been a Kickstarter or something.
No, I picked it up retail.
Interesting.
Yeah, really good. I recommend. Quacks it fits with Quacks. So if you're sick of Quacks or you don't like the new cover and you refuse to play it because the new cover, blah blah, pick up Guardlings and give it a try. It's really good.
If you're sick of Quacks, we need to have a top 5 game. If you're sick of this game.
Yeah, sure.
Nice. All right. Well, then we are ready for number 1. All right. So what's your number one?
So this is tough for me. I would put this as my number one. If I were putting these in order, this would be my number one regardless. But it's hard for me because I do not like it in its current state. So it came out in 2016, so 10 years ago. It's number 70 on the BGG list. The original version did not include an app. The new version does. There's an app for this. I do not like it's fine. It's a good narrative. You play fully cooperative. But there is something about Mansions of Madness where somebody is running the house as the evil overseer, doing all of the things, seeding the house with the things. There's that little bluffing element, like would they put it over here? Why would they put it over here? A ton of expansions. Has basically the same minis as Arkham that you can't really find anymore if you're into painting. They're just all gray. But it's got that Arkham element to it, that game against you. And it stacks against you and makes it hard for you to do the things you need to do. Some of my favorite stories were from that game being played at my neighbor's house as they introduced me to Arkham Second Edition and this game. But I do not like the more modern version of it with the app. I think it's fine. I think it helps you play fully co-op if you want to do that. But I really think the original version where someone is seeding the house and running the mansion, that's the way to play this game.
Now, there is an issue and I did this as that person, is if you mess up, you could mess up the entire game.
Correct. You play it for 3 hours and you realize,
put
that
the
should
card in the wrong spot or something. And Yep.
Agreed.
And what's bad is the game comes, I think, with 5 or 6 different scenarios, right? And once you played it, you kind of know what's going on.
Right.
So it's maybe one of the first. It's not Legacy. One of the first campaign maybe ideas. Like they didn't say campaign because that wasn't a thing, but
right.
Yeah. But yeah, how is this not Legacy for Mike? He doesn't put it in a lot of his. I'll defend you a little bit.
I don't do the bullshit that Chris is doing with Legacy. He's going to talk about games to not talk about them in the future. Yeah.
What? I'm just being honest.
Also, if it was Arkham, I wouldn't talk about it if it was Arkham. Arkham Horror Second Edition. That
you leave Arkham off,
Yep. But, I mean, and this is in Arkham Files, but this isn't Richard's game. This is Corey's game. Corey? I think it's Corey. But I don't like it as the digital. I think it's fine as the digital. I really do enjoy this game with somebody running the house. And you're right. If it could be a trip up if somebody puts the wrong cards or the locks or something in the wrong room, which has happened usually early in the game for the games that it's happened to me. But this game, I love the narrative. I love the lore. I love the gameplay. Never goes in your favor. It's structured to go against you. You got a 17% win rate or something. Like it's bonkers, but it's great. There's no doubt this is on my list.
I would love to try the app, but I'm not going to buy it again. I have this version, and I'm not going to buy the game all over again just to try the app. Is there a conversion thing I could do?
I think so. Bless you. I think so. I'm not sure if it goes that way though. I think it goes the other way. Unfortunately, I think they have a way to play all the other stuff as
without the app.
With the app. Yeah.
Oh
no.
So I can just get the app and then play this.
You can port the old stuff into the new version. I think.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it. Yeah.
But I don't know if they have the retro where you can play the new one and you can play it fully co-op. I don't think they have that.
Yeah.
Because that includes a whole bunch of stuff that one player needs, right? Decks of cards and tokens and everything. And I don't know if that's in the game. It might be. Or they might have added in one of the expansions. So you might have to buy the expansion in order to do that. But
so what is it about the app that you're not crazy about? Because I know you it's the same kind of app as the Lord of the Rings one, right? The adventure one.
Which was better than this, and this is better than Imperial Assault. Or I guess Imperial Assault was after. I had played Descent, the new Descent, and the app integration is just far superior than these.
Interesting.
But there were times in the app when I played it twice, so it's not like it was whatever. But in both games, there were times where the app didn't match the story.
Oh,
And if it's user error, then it's not that intuitive because I know we didn't fuck up when we were playing. But there were times where it was like, we're in a hallway, there's a Shuggoth, and it's talking about a buy a key. And we're like, wait, that breaks theme. And we're like, all right, whatever, just pretend this is. We shouldn't have to do that, right? They should be able to do the thing.
I mean, the good thing is maybe there's been updates to fix that.
Sure, but it was a soured experience. But I really do prefer the experience of somebody like a one versus all, right? Like I really enjoy Not Alone, the one versus all, where you're trying to bluff and double bluff where you're going. I'm trying to catch you, and then I got you. Yeah. The mansion, like you have to set it up, and that's time intensive, and you have to do it right so you don't fuck it up. But there's that you versus me feel in this game.
Yeah.
Where like Arkham is the story, like you flip the card, the narrative's going. Of course, I got kicked out of the newspaper. Of course, I got into a bar fight. Or like the narrative kind of runs itself. And with Mansions, you're doing that, but someone seeded the game to run a certain way, and you're almost bluffing into something. Like if you set up the house, and I start playing, I'm gonna start thinking, where would Chris put the keys? Where would Chris put the lock? Where would he put these monsters? And like, well, of course he's gonna put it over here because there's a strategic advantage, and you go there and it's really in the other thing, and we weren't prepared for it. It's got that narrative story from Arkham, but it's almost like it's just that. And then to be the house, it's like Mr. Jack. You're either you're trying to get away, or you're the cops and you're trying to catch them. And then you play the other way and it feels completely different. So you get to play the house and do the thing. It feels completely different than you're the investigators against the player. And it's got even that, and with the app, you don't have that. It's just fully co-op.
Yeah. And there's some games that I don't like being the one versus all, and there's some games where I think it works really well. And I always enjoyed being the house, the bad guy of this one, even though the setup is brutal. When you have to do it, you're the only one that can do it too. So it's not like everybody gets to help with the setup. It's like, okay, you guys go, eat cupcakes and hang out and stuff while I set up the thing. Yeah.
Well, every time I go to play it, and again, it's a walk next door for me when I used to play this game often, it would already be set up. Like they would set up.
Yeah. So you didn't have to experience that. Yeah.
Yeah. They'd watch a Knicks game or something and they'd have it set up, and then I'd go over there at 7 or 8 o'clock and it's already set up on the table. So there was none of that. And also, like usually it was Ling that would play as the house, and John and I would try and just survive. He wouldn't be in the room when she was setting it up, so he'd be doing something out, laundry or whatever he was doing, while she set up the house, because you can't be in the room. You shouldn't be sitting at the table while the person's setting that up anyway. You should be somewhere else. Right. Yeah. So it was always like have it set up prior to, not while everyone's sitting there. And you're right. Like if you screw up one of those things, that could really, like, you just wasted 2.5 hours of your time because now the game is unplayable, and then you got to adjust somehow. But yeah, Mansions is great. It's got a ton of expansions, and I love that one versus all feel.
Yeah, good pick. Ooh, Cthulhu excelling really hard.
That's a Star Spawn.
Oh, that's true. It's got the wings and everything. Although Cthulhu has wings, but yeah.
Like a quarter of that size, though.
Yeah. Tiny.
It's like a bumblebee, right? Bumblebees should not be able to fly. Their wing to body ratio doesn't match.
I thought that was hummingbirds.
No, bees.
I've heard hummingbirds.
Bumblebees. Oh, maybe.
Okay. Anyway, so mine, a good pick. I like that one a lot. My number one. Can you guess my number one? You like to guess mine?
It was Concordia or Five Tribes or Orleans, and you cheated. So I have no idea.
Mine's number 3 on the list. It's Ark Nova.
Yeah, makes sense.
Ark Nova is I played it at 2 and 4. I don't think I played it at 3. I like it at all different levels. I think obviously 2-player is probably the best way to play it. Mostly because the amount of people playing really doesn't change what you're doing. It's got that kind of wingspan thing where you're kind of just doing your own board thing, and then people change up the state of the board that you're going to draw from and stuff like that on their turn. But for the most part, you're not interacting with the other person that much. The only part where you do interact with them is this little worker placement area and getting to things before they do.
Mm-hmm.
So, that part's important. But building your own zoo is a fun theme. I've seen a few other games do it. I just don't, this is the better version for me from what I've seen. To be fair, I haven't played the other ones, but it being number 3, I don't have to convince many people that it's a great game. So if you haven't tried it, it might be because people have compared it to Terraforming Mars. And I know you're not a fan of Terraforming Mars. Have you played this one yet?
I have.
Okay. And did you like this one?
What do you think?
with your attitude, I would guess not.
No attitude. That's me just being tired.
Okay.
Genuinely questioning, based on you've played both and you know how I feel about Terraforming
I would think
Mars.
you'd like this one more. Oh wait, we talked about this.
I really enjoy this one.
Yeah, we talked about this. I remember you talking about it, that you liked it. Yeah.
I really enjoy this one for 2 reasons. The card play, the way the cards work on the bottom is really smart. And I had recently played Sweet Mess, which they did a great job of correcting the mess that was Sweet Mess. I love the way the card play works on that, right? You put it in a slot, you get a resource, and then it's going to move down the line, you get the thing. I love that. What I really enjoy about this game, which I did not know, and this was compared to Terraforming Mars for me, and they were like, oh, it's like Terraforming Mars, you'll like it. No, I won't. No, I'm not. But you can structure this to be weighted in a new player's favor. They can play the easy board, and you can give yourself more of a challenge as the experienced player, and that kind of levels the field in this game. I like when they do that. It was one of the things we did with Mission Control, is that the Ethernaut, the resupply pack, you could be playing this so somebody at Cusecon played this. It was their 83rd play of this game, and they played it with 2 people that had played it once and twice, like they were new. But with the resupply pack, if I've played this 82 times with you, I'm going to play Houston again, and I'm just going to be like, okay, I'm going to give you a T. Great, we saved the ship. I can drop a card on my board, and in addition to saving you, I have to give out all the T's, or I have to give out all the L's, and it makes it harder for me playing that game while still enjoying the game and not screwing it up for everyone else that hasn't played it. So being able to give somebody the easy board on this and give me the hard board because I played this X amount of times, I really think that's a clever inclusion in this game that just makes it better. Not that Terraforming Mars would be better if it had that. I'm just saying. This game has it, and this game is better for it.
Interesting.
The shared tile board. Sure. At Terraforming Mars it's a good game. It's highly ranked for a reason. It's like Great Western Trail. It's on that list. People love that game. But there are just problems for people that if you're playing this with someone who hasn't played it a certain amount of times, or knows all the cards, or knows how to pivot to what's there and what they're not going to get anymore, like it benefits those that know the game. And I had a horrible experience with Terraforming Mars because of that reason. They know what they're doing. I have to play it a dozen times to even compete. It's like Magic. The reason I got out of Magic was my bank account cannot afford me being good in that game anymore. I know there's Commander, and I know there's Pauper, and I know there's other ways to play, but it really soured me on the experience, because I enjoyed the deck building. I enjoyed playing, but then you get crushed at a tournament because some 14-year-old has all the good cards, and you're just like trying to like rip packs and make the best of it. The runaway leader in Western Trail, and the ability to know what's going on with these cards ahead of time, like you played it enough to know the winning combo or the winning strategy, it just puts me in a corner, and it just doesn't feel good.
Well, and also Arc Nova has the card system that you're talking about, which was originated in Civilization: A New Dawn. The card system that you're talking about, where you have 5 actions you can do, and where they are is the strength of those actions. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That slows anybody down to a kind of level playing field.
Right.
Because yeah, I can be like, oh, the next thing I need to do this, then this, then this, then this is my best move.
Right.
And I look down and go, crap, I can't do that because my card's not in the right spot. Okay.
Right.
I'll have to do this. And I can plan as much as I want. And maybe you're just shooting from the hip because you're new to this and you can't think that far ahead yet because you don't know the game as well.
Right.
But it doesn't matter because that mechanism itself keeps you kind of in check to where you can't just shoot ahead of everybody else.
Right. Right.
And experience is always going to make a winner out of you, I think, in games like this for the most part. But it's not going to be this huge gulf. Usually you're not going to make the person feel like they're just miserable halfway through the game and losing. So
right. And it's still fun. It seems it's a better theme, right? You're building a sanctuary. You're putting the animals in. You're getting the researchers that are good for certain animals. But there's also a lot more. There are a lot more moments where the cards you need come up. Yeah. And if you do need to pivot, there's an easy there are cards you can get that also combo with your original plan, right? If you need to pivot, you're like, you know what, I'm going to do this now, but it'll still go with what I have. And the hardest thing is making sure what you have the whatever they're called, the expert or the not vets, whatever the card the people are in that, right? You got your marketing and you got your stuff. You
sponsors.
Can pivot enough.
Yeah.
What are they?
The sponsors.
Sponsors. Sure, right. Like you can pivot enough in this game, but even if it's your first shot, you can see if you're really new to games, you're not playing this game, right? You might enjoy it, but it's not. Sure. You're not. But if you have a little bit of gamer under your belt, you know what this game is do. You know how to win. You know what you're doing. You know what you're focused on. You can see what's out there enough to be able to pivot, but it doesn't require a massive pivot. Whereas Terraforming Mars, if your shit doesn't come up, you need to massively pivot in that game. I don't think you can survive if you don't get the stuff. You'll be like playing Tapestry with the weak factions or the weak civilization, while Chris is overpowered, and you age out at Era 2, and Chris has got two, or you age out while Chris is in Era 2, and you just got 2 more eras of Chris just lapping you for an hour and a half, and you're just like, this is super fun. Like, that's not a good feeling, right? And I've had that with that. This fixes that. This really I really enjoyed this one.
Well, and what you mentioned about Terraforming Mars, in a comparison anyway, what you mentioned about finding the cards that you need or can use or easily pivot if you can't kind of thing, simply becomes because they limited what matches with what, right? They've got 5 locations. They've got 5 types of animals, with the exception of like herbivores and petting zoo. Like they have little extra stuff.
Right.
But other than that, that's all you're working with. Whereas like Terraforming Mars has so many different things. You can start off with 2 cards are like, ooh, this one's going to focus on, microbes or whatever it is. And you go, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And then you never see a microbe card again in your life because the deck's this tall and it's, so they did such a good job constructing the cards of this. So,
Well, same thing with Red Rising. I know that you're not comparing them, but that game, even with, I think we've talked about this, with Fantasy Realms, those card combos, you need that card to come up for it to do the combo thing, and you might not see it in your game. But that game is 10 cards in your discard, and that's it. The game's over, you score. Great, play it again. So you're playing that game in maybe 10 minutes with 4 players, right? So, like, all right, that was good. You trounced me. Let's do it again. But, like, Red Rising, although it's not a long game, it's got the same thing where you need the certain people to come out because you score points with this person. And there's one person in 180 cards.
One card, yeah.
You're not going to see it, right? Terraforming Mars, you might not see it. And if you come out of the gate with it and you don't know to wait, or you jump early on something and it's at the bottom of the deck, you're there for 2 hours, 3 hours of just this is shit.
Yeah, I was really. Did you see this, by the way? The Art Nova 3D. Oh my god,
I did.
I was so close to dropping like $200.
Yeah,
I just can't.
I know.
I want to. I want the buildings. I really do, but I'll still enjoy the game without them, so that's fine. But yeah, I mean, if you have the means and you love this game like I do, you would have gotten it. So
Instead, I spent $200 on this thing.
oh, the game makers.
Yeah, it was I think it was $150 for the deluxe, and then whatever it added on top of that.
Have you played it yet?
I sat down while they were playing it at I almost said the gathering at Cusecon.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we actually have Flamecraft and Andromeda's Edge in that game.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. And Dwellings of Elderville, I think.
300 game licenses in that game.
Yeah,
if not more.
insane.
Mhm.
Yeah, the cost on that game, man. Some of these games, that the money is getting so high for entry level of some of these games now that it's kind of cutting me out sometimes, and it's unfortunate because I want that game makers thing, but whew, expensive.
Well, for the deluxe, it's not very expensive for the base.
Well, the base was still pretty high, I think.
It was like 80 or 90, I think.
Yeah, that's high.
But like a game that size at 60 or $70, right?
A game I've never played, yeah, that's too high.
Oh, have you played Fromage?
Yeah,
You like
with you.
Did you like it?
Yeah,
You'll like this.
I don't think I like Fromage $90 worth.
Fromage is not a $90 game. This is.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Saving my money.
I think it's good.
Ooh, dinos. Nice.
Oh, right. Yeah. I saw that too. I want the dinos one.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. Speaking of crowdfunding, Andromeda's Edge Genesis expansion is almost done. It's going to be ending Wednesday.
And you're just under 700.
Yeah. Very happy with that. We have a ton of. I think we have like over 7,000 backers, maybe almost 8,000 at this point. Yeah, we're very happy with it. And if you haven't played Andromeda's Edge, I know I've talked about it quite a bit. So all that there is a link in the description below if you want to go check it out. I'm sure if you're watching this much later, there's going to be a jump in pledge manager thing. So go check it out. But yeah, what happened here? You brought Arc Nova back. Oh, what's going on? What are you doing? Okay.
There you go. You got $8,000 since I looked it up before the show.
Nice.
It was under 700, about a half hour before.
Oh, look at that. Wood Whisperers. Look at that. So what? Wood Whisperers, that image, go back one. No, the other way. The other way. There you go. Wow. Yeah. So that image is one of the factions. They're called Wood Whisperers, based off of Whisperwood. That is our next game coming out.
Right. And then you also have
my game,
these guys.
Yeah. After we've been trashing Terraforming Mars.
me, not you.
And I like Terraforming Mars. You, yeah. These are the terraformers, the Martian terraformers, I think they're called. These guys are really fun to play. Yeah, I like the Wood Whisperers too, but the other ones are the precogs. Yeah.
No, is that on Kickstarter?
Yeah, it's on Kickstarter. I looked it up. But yeah, you keep moving us off. There we go. Yeah, game makers. I love their logo, the whole wood bits and stuff.
Yep. I'm not logged in, so it doesn't show.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's the completionist. 150. Oh, that's it. Yeah, it is only 150. 150 or 200.
It's expensive.
Yep.
Yep.
Where are you guys?
There's Cardboard Alchemy right there. Breaking
Yep.
Games is to the left of it that has dwellings. Yeah.
Yep. Chad from 25th. Arcane.
A lot of
Yeah,
good people. A lot of good games.
amazing. Yep. Yeah.
I know. I feel bad because I got all excited about it, but I just can't. I can't do it. I need to play a game that before I spend $90 on it. What are you doing? But that's kind of starting to become the main thing. I mean, even my game, Whisperwood's probably going to be up there for retail, maybe 75.
Yeah.
I think all games are going up high, and it's it's almost good for me because I got too many games anyway. So yeah, got to slow down the collection. I need to get rid of some of the collections collection was what I need to do. I don't know how to get rid of a chunk.
I sold some games at the Cusecon flea market. I never sell games.
I
had
running out of space. The storage.
So I had some stuff. No, it wasn't that actually. It was I had when we did the game design curriculum, I had put a bunch of games in there for the kids to use over the past 5 years, and now they've moved on from that because it's been 5 years. They're not doing that program in the school anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole library has been returned, and a lot of those I now have multiples of. But then when we were setting up, my friends Bob and Steve, I've already talked about, they're like, you have 3 copies of this in the library? I'm like, I'm not surprised. I had 3 copies of Seasons. I had 3 copies of Richard's game Delve. I had multiple copies of stuff. So they went through the library, 15 racks of games, and they pulled out everything that I had. This is just the Cusecon library, not my collection. And they pulled out everything I had 2s and 3s of. So I threw them on a table with the other stuff and started selling them. You missed the flea circus. Yeah, it was Saturday morning.
Well, cool. I'm glad that Cusecon went well for you. I miss it every year. At some point, I'll be able to make it out there. That'll be great.
I hope so.
Seems like I know everybody. To some degree, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you were missed, and you're missed every year. Well, if you think about it, this was the 6th Cusecon, right? 6.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing the show for almost 5 years. Right? Yep. So when it was 2019 with Cusecon number 1, and we started this show in what, 2021?
2021. Yeah, January 2021.
Right. And 2020, Cusecon didn't happen because the world shut down.
Right.
So we've done this show for all intents and purposes 5 of the 6 Cusecons.
Yeah. Well, you and I didn't even meet physically until like 2 years in.
Right.
We met at like Gen Con. Yeah.
Yep, for the first time. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just taking things slow. That's all.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It takes a while. I get it. It makes sense. But yeah, that day will come. It will happen for sure.
Well, if I stop buying games, then maybe I can afford to come. So.
There you go. That works. Or if we just invent teleportation.
Ooh, I'm down for that. Teleportation.
Yeah.
That is my number 3 power I would like to have. Yeah.
Teleportation, yeah.
No, sorry. It's my first power I would like to have. It has to be. Because I have a fear of immortality is the first one. Like the Wolverine heal thing, but you never die or get older thing. But I have a fear that someone's going to put me in a coffin and that's the rest of my life, or just drown at the bottom of the sea or something like that. So I need teleportation first.
To get out. Get it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
then you can't mess with me.
Yeah.
Got to think these things out, just in case a genie pops up someday.
Sure. Yeah, because that'll happen.
I mean, if it does, man, I am ready. He's gonna be like, "You have 3 wishes." I'm like, "Yeah. Here it is. It's this, this, and this. Give it." He's gonna be like, "What?" I'm like, "I've been waiting, man. I've been waiting this whole time. I rub every silvery thing I see in antique shops just in case. Never know."
How have you not ended up on the news for that?
Man dragged out of antique. I think everybody touches things in antique shops anyway. Pick them up,
Maybe.
look at them. You know, they don't know. I'm like, maybe this is what you know. No.
I don't think you're the only one to do it, but I don't think that many people do it. I think.
Yeah, not to sound ungrateful. You can skip them all.
Yeah.
I already got it ready for you. Yeah.
Funny.
I forgot to show and tell. Look what I found.
You actually had a physical item for show and tell, and you didn't. It was sitting right
it's
next to you the
right there.
entire time.
I mean, it's not a big deal show and tell. It's just I haven't had this. It's been in a box for a long time. It's always been my favorite Nerf gun.
Yep.
Because I love the whole. You can even do the thing where you open it up, put the things in it, and do that. It's fun.
I have 2 of them. I have the clear when they released the clear one with the orange.
I never saw the clear one.
Clear. I think it's upstairs. I think I know where it is. The clear one. I think my other one was black, but the clear one, that's my favorite. That's my favorite one as well.
I had a second one, but I painted it. I took it apart and painted it all like gold and silver and stuff like that. And when I put it back together, the paint made it stick and messed it all up. So now I have one.
You learned your lesson.
I just ordered new darts.
Nice.
Because I don't have any more darts. I got rid of them when I moved, I think.
Why would you get rid of them?
Because after a while, they all get lost underneath a carpet or something like that, or not under the furniture or behind the TV, or because I'm shooting them all over the place, right?
But you didn't get rid of them. You lost them.
I lost them, and then I moved, and I was like, "Oh, I think I threw away the gun," so I just threw away the darts, and then I found the gun. And I'm like, "Oh, now I need new darts."
Gotcha.
And the cats will love the darts, so.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah. There's a reason why we should end this show before we get into conversations like this. Yeah, play testing time.
Yeah.
Doing all kinds of stuff time. So we will end the show. We'll say thanks everybody for going to Cusecon, who did go, right? And thanks for watching the show. We'll see you next time.
See you soon.